Kev.
Alexa, start podcast. Alexa, start podcast.
That bitch isn't listening again. All right, we're starting.
Alexa,
turn that bitch on.
Yeah, she's not doing her fucking thing. So,
gentlemen,
cheers, boys.
Gentlemen. God damn it, Kev!
Kev.
Again,
It's always Kev.
like I said, the only thing Kev gets wet is the fucking table.
Jesus,
Kev, you're not supposed to get the wood wet, Kev.
A little late, but
I told you he fucks up at least one thing per episode, without a doubt.
it's a requirement. Almost.
People are going to start thinking it's a requirement in this industry. Like,
That actually should be a new rule.
Honestly, yeah.
I can't start the podcast
I had
until
to move
Kev
the
fucks
rules
something
over
up.
I made up for it because I drank a lot just now. So look at where it is now.
All right, well,
Man.
sip
You
it off
dumped
the,
half of
sip
it on
off
the
table.
I don't have sucky lips.
Suck it up,
you.
Kev. Suck it
Yeah,
up.
you
Get
do.
them DSLs in
Yeah,
there,
you
Kev.
do. Get him. Get him.
No,
Kev,
that's
you
what-
suck on a cigarette like a professional. I don't want to hear that you can't suck that up.
Yeah, for real. I've seen it.
Are we recording yet?
Yeah.
Oh, we are. Okay.
Yeah.
Hi.
Good shit.
Just have to remember that started at 8:52, and because our timer's not working right now, because the bitch isn't listening.
Of course. She never
The
does.
feds are tapped into it right now, boys. So of course they're not
Yeah.
listening to anything other than the sexual conduct
Yes.
that we have going on.
Yes.
Thank God there's no HR department.
See,
Yeah,
ever since
right.
you mentioned full auto, the bitch was. Yeah.
Honestly, yeah,
she's
she's
asleep.
been skipping ever since. No, she's not asleep.
Really?
Yeah.
She was asleep. Kev was trying to sleep with her.
Yeah.
True story. Damn.
Oh God, Kev,
Just
you really
something
should be a
good.
fisherman. You love women that are dead fish in bed.
Gross.
That was the past.
That was the
Talking about the
past.
future now.
He didn't fucking deny it at all.
No.
There was nothing.
No, he
It was
totally
like,
agreed.
Fuck, he's like, fuck, you're right, dude. You're
I can't say
fucking
nothing.
right.
Kev's the old fish maid.
Yeah.
Yeah, only caught
poor dude.
only caught bluegills.
That's why Captain Redbeard's here to blow your shit up.
Bluegills, and blue waffles. No.
Yeah, the only thing
And
you
blue
like is blue balls, apparently.
Yeah, that's it. Always got stopped right in the middle.
Oh, my
Even when a
God.
cop showed up that time.
No, dude, you
Yeah,
got to
that's-
keep
oh,
going.
yeah,
if you're
that
going
one
to catch
time.
a sexual indecency charge, you have to keep going. It's
You
like
might as well.
mandatory.
All right, so
might
it
Right,
was,
as
like you're
well.
already
Stop.
caught.
You're already caught.
it was
It's coming
years
and
ago.
going
At least
same
at the
time.
finish.
It was years ago. Some chick that was friends
Yeah,
with
fuck
my
that.
stepbrother's girlfriend at the time, and we just like every fucking what was I 19, 20
Okay.
year old does fucking girl in the back of the car. It was when I got this car actually, and I got
Kev,
the
I
windows
love the
tinted.
fact that you literally
Yeah,
go like
but you gotta
fish-eyed when you're
find-
thinking. Has anybody else ever looked at Kevin when he's thinking?
It's a-
Dude,
it's
just
a-
the eyes
yeah.
go up and he's
Yeah.
gone.
It's
He's
like
out-
we
he's
can
out there.
almost see like all the theories in your head
Right, yeah.
above it, just like populate.
the wheels
and like,
just
oh, I
start
was
to
gonna
edited
pull
a little
this
bit,
word, pull
edited
that
in a
word.
little bubble. But no, anyway, it wasn't
The
it
hamster
wasn't
just starts
much of a
running.
story. It was just like it was near the end. We think one of her neighbors called and spied on us, and all of a sudden I had a spotlight in my phone.
Yeah, but where did you go? You were at
I was
the end
out
of a driveway
front,
or
out front of her
something?
house. Yeah, so her mom's car was parked in there. We were at the driveway.
There's
or
some
like
girl
maybe a
getting
little
screwed
before
by a horse in a car. What's going on here?
But yeah, so you saw a spotlight, and the cops just like
Jesus, it's a donkey
I'm
show.
like trying to quick get dressed. I was literally 5 seconds away from just nutting, and it was just like fuck, man.
Oh, dude,
Nah,
5
yeah.
seconds
I know,
away,
I
you
should've-
bust
should've
that.
just
should
did
have.
that.
Dude, you should've-
But
Now
he was
wait, at
at
least-
he was at the window at that point.
Exactly.
I was trying to get dressed.
Hold on a minute. Listen,
Give me
I'm
a
trying to
minute,
turn
yeah.
her into a glazed donut. You'll understand this, officer.
Like, for real.
Trying to help her.
But the first thing the cop says, like, "What are you doing?"
What the fuck does it look like?
Yeah, like my pants are
What,
off.
what am
like,
I doing? Apparently, what you haven't done in a while, officer,
Yeah.
because you just cock blocked the shit.
Yeah.
out.
Yeah,
for real.
exactly.
Yeah, it's like thanks.
It was a Bristol police officer.
Oh,
that's
horrible.
why.
Officer
It's not a
cock
Philly.
block.
They're a different
was
breed
awful.
out there.
If you were in Philly, you would have been all right.
I do remember that
Yeah.
the one time
You
we
were in Philly, that would have ended up on the internet.
yeah.
it does bring me back to the story. Well, all right, to finish that up, we got a stupid fucking citation. It was disorderly conduct. He didn't want to give us indecent, and it was like it was initially a $400 some charge for each of us.
Damn.
And because I agree with the
That's
payment plan,
expensive ass
they
pussy.
dropped it.
Kev
right.
is still paying that ticket off.
No, luckily, no, I
on
paid
the
it off
credit
in, like,
card?
It
2
already went to collections. He's already
No, I
fucked.
paid it in like 2 weeks, but it was dropped to $260 because of the payment plan I set up.
He had
so
to
I'm like,
default.
oh, cool, it's less. So
He
awesome.
ended up
He
defaulting
defaulted.
on a student
Damn.
loan because of it.
So essentially,
deferred it.
she was kind of a prostitute.
I mean, pretty much,
In a
Kev.
way.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
paid
for
$400 to
for
not.
it.
Yeah,
You literally paid $400 for a quickie that didn't end. That
Oh
sucks,
my
dude.
god, dude! When you break it down like that,
Yo, the lower blue ball stomach
So
pain
who-
was awful.
so who really got fucked in this?
I mean, everybody
Well,
except for Kev,
yeah.
apparently.
Basically, yeah.
No, Kev did get fucked.
Yeah, Kev got fucked in
Kev
the
got
worst way.
fucked hard.
I think the cops saw our feet in the air because I was.
Yeah, I would have been like, no, you're waiting a minute. I'm
Yeah.
finishing my fucking job.
You should have found like a
you sit and
shady ass
watch
place
like
to
you
go,
have
like
been.
an apartment complex.
I mean, at that
It
point,
was-
literally-
it's hard to find somewhere around Bristol, especially because I didn't really know my way
No,
around
Bristol's
at that
bad.
time.
Well,
it's
no,
like
that's
weird.
absolute bullshit because there are like 4
It was
meth
by the
lords
train
on a regular
so
basis in Bristol.
She also
at all
lived like
times.
by the train tracks. I think it was like Croydon Road.
Oh, yeah, I heard.
Oh, so they
something
definitely
around
thought
there.
she was a prostitute.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
why they came out.
Honestly,
You're in the
probably
middle of
could've
But no, we
Bristol by the
explained it.
train
She's
tracks.
like, "This is my house right here," and blah blah. He said, "Well, we got a call." I'm like, "Somebody called on us? What the fuck?" Like,
Kev accidentally knelt on his fucking apple
because it was
and
it
ended
was
up calling
basically
911.
so I got spied on. It was basically because I had the loud exhaust on that car.
You
We
got
parked
spied
there,
on because you have an Apple
and
phone,
no one
Kevin.
got out.
Yeah.
And no one got out.
You're
Fuck
connected.
dial.
No, back then I had an Android actually.
Wow. Damn.
It was a Galaxy
And then he went dumb.
G2X.
Yeah, what
It was a
happened?
Galaxy
Why?
G2X.
You followed everybody else.
Why are
No, because
you
I wanted an
going
iPhone.
to-
I tried it out and I got it because it was hard back then, at least to get music on your phone. And Apple Music was very convenient, and you could transfer it.
Put it
in
right on your
Fuck
memory
Apple,
card.
dude.
You
I
put
used
it
to
on your
use
phone.
Zedge. I used to use
Kevin-
Zedge when I had an Android.
Well, the problem is Kevin couldn't afford the memory card because he paid for the phone.
No, I had a
One or
memory
the
card.
other.
I
And he
had
paid
Yeah.
$400
Back
for a
then-
prostitute.
but back
Right,
then-
right, yeah, exactly.
Back then,
Yeah,
the
was
higher.
it really worth it? No.
Yeah, but back then the higher gig memory cards were expensive. They were like $50. I'm like,
Yeah,
fuck
you
that.
know
I
what? You're
worked at
not. No,
Sears
yeah,
then.
you're not wrong. I mean,
No,
it was really ridiculous what an SD card used
And
to
nowadays
cost.
it's
yeah.
cheap as fuck. And you got the little micro SD. You can put it in a bigger one to transfer data.
That's because as
Yeah,
they make
Kevin,
them
leave
larger,
me out
the
of
prices
this.
drop.
Every time you say the word micro, I just
That's
keep
what
thinking,
ends up
damn, he's
micro.
talking about me again.
micro.
Well, look, you know, we did miss one fucking thing throughout all this.
What's up?
The fact that we do have a guest.
Oh, yeah.
We didn't
never
even
did
introduce
introductions.
Kyle
We just kind of
as a
started
guest.
talking, guys.
Yeah, well,
Thank
this
you guys.
is what we
Thank
do.
you guys for having me here.
When you get the guys together, you just fucking
We just
sit
go.
and drink
Bullshit,
and
you
just
talk
go,
about getting
dude.
Kev
cops.
starts spilling
Yeah.
his drinks, and we
Cops
just
giving you
talk.
blue balls.
Yeah,
and you just
but we
shit.
definitely appreciate you
Well,
coming through for this.
I
Kyle.
appreciate
Yeah,
you
dude.
guys inviting me out here, Kevin. It was nice to, relink with you guys,
Yes, it was.
especially Ryan.
Yeah,
I
for
haven't seen you
sure.
in a few years.
Oh,
Frank,
sure, sure.
sure.
My
I've
cup
seen you
is
at
smaller
Dunkin'
now.
not
thank
that
you
long
very
ago.
much. Frank, I mean, I see you like almost on a regular basis at the
Yeah.
coffee shop. By the way, be careful. I am packing a fucking Nerf gun for you. So,
Oh, there you go.
All right, I'll bring one.
We should have a
so
Nerf
for
war.
anybody who doesn't know
I'll
what
put
I'm
one in the
referencing
back
that for, if you go back in the previous podcast, I actually did put out there that there's a open world challenge where all of us will be involved at one point or another. We're going to be shooting Nerf guns at each other at one point or another.
Amazing.
Ooh,
Frank's
that
gonna show
would
with a
be the time.
Gatling gun. Fucking
That
just
would be amazing.
Yeah, I'm
I
getting
mean,
one of
dude,
them.
I don't care if
Dude,
we're
some of them
Franklin.
are pretty cool.
I don't care if we're in Franklin Mills Mall. This will be turning into an
Yeah.
all-out war. We're getting the kids
No,
involved
what
and
the fuck?
everything.
Penny pack.
Yes.
We'll just go fucking hike
Yeah,
out.
there's-
and
I'm
fucking-
telling you
that
right
would be
now,
cool.
I
Those
was
new Nerf
definitely
guns are
pulling out the G-string for that. It is
Yeah.
straight banana. Dang it.
Well, the thing is, a
Straight
penny
banana.
pack is like you don't have to worry about cleaning all that bullshit
Well,
up.
no, you have
No.
to worry about
Just go.
actually getting shot while
Yeah,
you're in there. That's
well, we'll
Yeah,
be
they're gonna be
packing
like, oh.
while we're still going. We
right.
just,
Yeah, I mean, I'm packing anyway.
exactly. But that'd be fucking amazing. I think that'd be a
Just
great time.
like-
because I'm exhaling.
Packing
We
that
laugh where we
micro.
exhale.
Oh my god.
But no, that would be fucking fun as hell, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you got to break out the old
I'd be
Nerf.
down
You
for
still
that.
have the Nerf shit? You got your kids?
No,
You don't-
no,
you
that's
threw 'em all away?
Yeah.
No, I have
They all
some Nerf
break.
stuff.
Yeah.
I
Because
still
they
got
got
a
the
couple
electric
things.
battery power ones now. They're fucking. They
They're fucking
pump their own air
insane.
and they're fucking
Have you
fast.
seen these fucking jelly guns that these kids are using?
my
like,
God.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
it's
little
just
gel
jelly little-
blasters?
yeah,
Yeah,
jelly
Yeah,
little
dude,
pellets and shit.
one of the
Yeah.
little fuckers shot me with that. You might accidentally catch a 9 for that, man. Them
Yeah,
things are
dude.
no joke. I
Yeah.
can't even tell the difference between a real one and a fake one anymore. No
No.
wonder the
No
cops
blood.
are having a hard
Aren't they
time.
cut-
No blood.
No.
Oh, well,
That
yeah, you
makes
mean the
sense.
actual gun itself.
Well, I think
yeah.
that they had to
They're
lift
really
that.
realistic.
Didn't they lift their rule that the tip had to be orange for like pellet guns and
So
stuff
yeah,
like
they got rid of that in
So-
the early like 2000s,
Yeah.
and that turned into like a
Oh,
whole shitstorm. So a lot of people are not buying anything that's not at least marked, or they're trying to use like neon light to mark them. But the problem is that nowadays
It's
you
hard.
just don't know. I mean, Christ Almighty, Grammy's carrying a fucking Beretta under her fucking 80-year-old
Seriously.
mom skirt.
Yeah.
Like,
Like the only
Oh, shit.
difference is that I noticed. So there's the airsoft Glock 19X, same coyote tan color, and the only difference is an extra pin, literally in the frame.
right?
And
Yeah,
that's all
you
see.
you have to
No
get.
But you
one
can't
would
see
no one's
that
gonna see that.
when you're fucking 10 plus yards away.
No,
No, it
you
looks
can't see. It
like
looks
a real
as
thing.
fuck.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's like, what the fuck's this guy got? And you pull your
Yeah,
real
they're
shit,
getting fucking
and it's like, it looked like a
hyper-realistic
gun,
with
and
this
you're
shit.
justified.
And then someone
Well, see,
gets
that's
hurt.
the other thing is I've come to the realization like anybody who carries will tell you like no one should know that you have that firearm on you until the
no.
time it needs
Yeah.
to pull. Like
exactly.
Yeah.
I really do hate when like as a gun owner myself, I hate when I walk through the mall or something and I'm like waiting for that dumbass that's gonna walk by, his shit's hanging out, he's imprinted horribly because
And
the
he's got a
piece
50
got
round
is too-
drum attached to it or something.
Well, it's not even
stupid.
that. Like he's just an idiot, dude. Like he's walking around with a dirty Harry hanging out of his hip. It's like, dude, you're wondering why everybody's staring at you. It's
Yeah.
not because of your cool ass G cut hair, dude. It's
No.
because of the fact that
No.
you have a fucking handle hanging out of your side, dude. Like that's so dangerous.
Yeah.
Not just because of the
Yeah.
fact that like you can obviously see it, but it's the idea that like if there is
It can get
somebody who
stolen.
has
Somebody
bad
could-
intentions, they're gonna pull it off of you.
Yeah, exactly.
Nobody's gonna attack you from the front if they know you're
Keep it
carrying.
concealed
That's
if
why
you have
I'm
the
not
license.
I'm not a fan of open carry. Even
No.
even if we could open carry in Philly, I wouldn't.
It wouldn't
I'd
be a
rather
good
be
idea.
like
concealed.
I agree.
No, it wouldn't be a good
like
idea.
you know what?
I appreciate Texas law, but yeah, they should.
I'd rather be concealed. I treat it like it's important. I'd rather
Yeah.
I treat it like my wallet.
It's a lifeline.
I don't want my wallet hanging outside of my.
exactly.
You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like,
Right, right,
it's-
right,
My
right.
wallet's
It's
tucked away.
self-defense.
It's on me.
Yeah,
so
but
I
that's the
believe
problem
that my
anymore.
firearm
You
should
can't.
be tucked away.
That's the problem, though, is you can't claim self-defense anymore. It seems like everything that you see every night, there's another shooting of some sort.
Yeah.
And
It's usually
2/3 of
about
them, might,
drugs.
2/3 of
No,
them
I'm
may
saying
have
if you
actually
treat
been
it
a
like that,
self-defense
you treat it
situation.
like that. You don't have any other point of using it except for that time.
But I mean,
Yeah.
at this point, like, I mean, have you ever actually like said something to somebody, like you're walking down the street, you see somebody carrying, you just try to be courteous. You're like, hey man, like
Yeah.
you're
Yeah,
printing.
yeah, you're printing
And
a
they kind of
little
look
bit.
at you like you're the asshole. It's like, no, dude, like
You're doing.
I just
Yeah.
you're doing
do
them a
favor.
favor.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
you're telling them
That are the
like,
fanny packs that are across. Like you know what's in there. They're not putting their
Yeah.
fucking wallet. And
right,
just putting
especially
flowers in
when
there
it's
for the
you know
grandma.
they got like 14
flowers for the
That's what I'm
grandma.
saying. They got like 14 face tattoos and a prescription stamp on their arm. Like you know what they're doing. There's
Hospital
no reason-
bracelet.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
dude,
Like, yeah,
for
that guy.
sure.
Yeah, congratulations. You got a CFCF and got a gun faster than I did because I went the legal route. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like, come on.
Like 3D printed guns.
Yo, no, them 3D
Yeah,
printed guns are
they're-
no joke, man. Them guys are not
Most of them
playing
run.
around.
No.
Most of them run.
No. Well, yeah, dude. Most of them do.
That's crazy.
And then the whole
You know what
like
I mean?
ATF pistol brace crap. That's annoying.
Yeah, I heard they actually
yeah.
they went back
Yeah.
into that. They're saying anything with a brace
Yeah.
again. Like they kind of got rid of that and then they revisited it and thought, you know what? No, I
They
think
changed
we-
their mind like 5 times. Like,
Well, you know
why?
what? That's standard practice in anything in the gun world. Like
Yeah.
if you look at
Yeah.
like the automators,
It's all the
now on a
Karens that are like,
9mm.
oh my god, bitching about it.
Well, not even that. Like, look at the automators on 9mm and stuff. Like, for a long time, that was considered like you can't have that. And it's like
Yeah.
now it's like a standard practice that most guys that are carrying will modify them. It's like, what do you need to fire 8 rounds on the first pull for? If you need 8
Yeah.
rounds to make your point across, you fucking suck.
Yeah.
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 Like center and mass.
Agreed.
Not only that, like have you ever seen some of the videos? Like they are not holding the gun correctly.
No.
The thing, there's never accuracy because it's coming out
It's
so
always-
fast.
No,
the
they're
wrist
just
recoil
fucking-
is
And
just
it's also the
dude.
So it's
thumb
just
that's
flying,
over the
basically.
side instead of on the right side where it should, or the left side, whatever
Right.
way you shoot.
Yeah. It's
Your
ridiculous.
thumbs should just be on each other pretty much.
I think we should go back to the days of sock and boppers.
Oh,
that
that'd
should
be
just be a
cool.
standard
Yeah,
practice.
that'd
Everybody
be
keeps
fun.
sock and boppers when a
That'd be
flight
another
breaks
funny
out.
thing.
Imagine
like the
walking down
Nerf
the
guns.
street and you just have that.
Just have one, just
Oh,
pop
no,
one
dude,
over
you
the-
just
toss
have it in
them,
your
break
pocket.
out
It's
of
like,
Yo,
you know what?
let's go. It's your
That's
time.
it. Let's go.
It's your time.
They need to make.
Give me a minute. Give me a minute.
They
of
need to
smoke.
remake those where they inflate themselves, or like you see the stupid motorized.
Yeah.
Yeah,
inflation.
with my luck, I'd
Yeah.
get hit with the motor.
Press a button,
just-
or have something.
Those
Have
would
something
be
you can
fucking
grip
amazing.
in with your hands, like a plastic PVC pipe
God,
in there.
Kev,
just
I
press
really
a
hope we're
button
still
and-
talking about the same thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I mean, well, the
Where's this
normal
going,
sock and
Kev?
boppers, normal sock and boppers, they may fall off your hand. Have something you can grab a hold of so they don't fall
Yeah.
off your hand, and press a button. They'll inflate themselves
Like they do in
and get
boxing
big.
gloves.
Yeah.
They have
Or get a fucking Hulk
a little
hand.
grip that
And
you
just
can kind of.
Yeah, like inside.
No, no, them
Inside
them
fingers
Hulk
on.
hands were no joke, man.
They
You
were
get
heavy
fucked
as
up
shit.
pretty
His
bad
Hulk
by
hands
them.
will
Bear grip.
fuck you up, dude.
Wait,
Dude.
what?
The Hulk hands.
You remember the
Oh,
Hulk
yeah.
hands?
They came out, dude. That was
They were
heavy.
supposed to be
foam,
There were
styrofoam.
different
Yeah.
versions of those
Well,
too.
not even
Yeah.
that, dude. It was like the first couple days of it was great, but then after like 3 weeks of it sitting out in the sun, that thing turned into a fucking cinder block. You'd kill
Yeah,
somebody, dude.
Dude, that was the density of
Or leave
that
it out in the
foam was
wintertime?
legit. Like,
That's
you
it.
could
You know,
fucking
I
do
always wonder why,
damage.
like with those kind of hands existing, I don't understand why we have people dying in car accidents. Could you imagine putting foam like that in like a release form?
Oh, yeah.
Like some
Yeah.
fucking, what was that, Total
Yeah.
Recall when he's got that shit in the car, he hits the thing and the foam explodes out.
Yeah.
Could you?
It'll have like an
God,
expanding quality when it gets like impacted with something.
Right.
fucking insane.
Jesus, dude.
That's nuts.
Now you got the fire department walking around with fire cannons and shit like that. It looks like an elephant just jizzed all over the whole scene.
I mean, shit. Even for cars, like the little styrofoam bumper guard shit, that's strong as fuck.
you mean the
You
thing
can
that every
crack it.
Honda driver in the world removes in like
Takes
10
off,
days
yes.
of owning the car?
My hatchback, my old one, my 90.
Weight reduction, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though it weighs like
I don't
fucking
need to-
1 ounce.
no.
I just gained like 2 horsepower and car goes fucking fast.
Plus the stickers.
Just retuned my carburetor. It's all
It's a
downhill
little
from
louder
here.
too.
I know you've seen the one Honda video too about the dude. He's got sunglasses, a Honda shirt, and he's just like, "Oh, my Civic's so dirt nasty low," and he talks with like a southern accent. He's
Oh
all
my
over the
god,
internet.
dude!
That
There's
dude.
so many of them out
There's
there.
a Mustang one too. It just says shit Honda owners say. There's like shit Mustang owners say. He's got his own fucking channel.
You know
I
what's
can't remember
funny
the
is you
name
see
now,
all
but-
those different channels and stuff like that, but as a Toyota guy, I have yet to find anybody that has a valid argument with Toyotas.
No, yeah, I
'Cause
agree.
they run.
And it's like, and they run
Yeah,
forever.
last
I mean,
they
listen,
just
that
run.
truck screams, I'm probably fucking my cousin.
yeah.
But I have to
Probably.
say, like, at 350,000 miles, if you're still banging your
Jeez.
cousin, congratulations,
Yeah.
man. You know, that's good for you.
Yeah.
Your
Right.
mother's my
Those things
aunt.
just fucking run.
Right, my mother's my sister, you know, like throw it back to the old back to the old Grand Theft Auto 3 days. Anybody remember that when you just walked through Grand Theft Auto, some of the shit that you would hear?
I forget the dude's
yeah.
name
Oh
now.
my
What's
God,
what's
dude.
the lead guy's name again? I can't remember. Who's got the leather jacket.
I don't know, dude.
Vince
Well,
Lawrence.
then
I
you
know
had-
Tommy Vercetti obviously was in that fourth one.
well, that was Vice
Or
City.
yeah.
Dude, Vice City. Remember
Vice
Giggle
City
Cream?
was my favorite.
I actually
one.
beat it. Oh yeah.
Oh my God, dude!
What
The
was it?
commercials, the Giggle
Giggle
Cream,
Cream.
Giggle
Nah,
Cream.
Oh,
Make you laugh and spit while you take a shit.
I think I think Vice City was the last GTA game that I actually played.
You didn't play
That's
GTA
the last one I
5?
played all the
No.
way through.
I haven't
See,
played any of them.
GTA
No.
5 almost got ruined because of the PC players. They put all these hacks in it. It's kind of
Yeah,
fun to watch,
yeah.
like when you're looking on social media,
Oh,
like, oh,
okay.
that's cool. But like
Yeah.
sometimes, honestly, I get jealous.
Yeah,
I'm
the
like,
mods
fuck,
are
I can't
kinda
put
cool.
that on my system.
I hate to say it, guys, but like you guys are you guys are super like video game guys. I'm so old when it comes to video games that like I still have fucking Ghost in my Xbox 360. I have
Yeah.
not moved on from that legendary
Yeah.
game. I feel like
The new
nothing
Call of
has ever
Duty is
come
pretty
to it.
good. They're just working out the
Ghost,
kinks.
oh.
The last Call of Duty,
God,
Modern
dude.
Warfare,
It was
just
horrible.
Modern Warfare was a lot better.
I don't know what you're talking
Like,
about. That
what?
sneaker mission was amazing. Where you had to actually, that was the first
There was
game
a
where you,
sneaker mission?
yeah, that was the mission where you had to like lay in the bushes and walk real quietly with the dog walking around and stuff. That was the first time you actually had like a stealth mission in a game where like you couldn't just run up on people. You had to like
Yeah.
walk your way through it. Like Modern Warfare really evolved so far.
Yeah.
A lot.
did.
A
The
lot
attention
from
to
that.
detail
Yeah.
with the way the gun inspections look, where they flip them around.
Well, the
Yeah,
fact
I
that
like that,
the
yeah,
fact that
that's
you like
pretty
the fact that it
awesome.
can jam on you and
Yeah,
shit.
and
like
you just
if you're
gotta smack
you
the
gotta
fucking
smack
forward
it.
assist
Yeah.
and shit. It's
Or like
fucking
you go
awesome.
back to
It's a
the
little
old,
bit
you
more
know,
realistic.
or you go back to like the old Gears of War games.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God,
They
dude!
were
Gears
fun.
was one of them things where like everybody
I've never played
cried
them.
at the
We didn't
very
have
end. You
Xbox.
never played that? Oh my
Gears
God,
blew
you
up.
poor
I
bastard.
played
Gears
the
is awesome.
first
I
one
played
and then
the
I
old one
stopped.
a while
But my
ago.
brother
Did you?
played
Like
hardcore,
PS3.
and he went on. I don't.
It's not on
He never
PlayStation.
played an actual
Oh, it's
tournament,
Xbox only.
No,
but
yeah.
but he
Yeah.
he was
I played
pretty
it
good. He
myself,
could have.
I think the
didn't
fact
know
that like you could tell there was such a deep following with Gears because people like really got upset when like Sarge finally like kicks the bucket and like the third one, like the main character, you finally like get the life story behind it. You like actually played harder.
Played it so long.
You know, like you would go back into like the first two and be like, no, I gotta get this mission done correctly. Like I can't cheat this one out now. Like there was so
One
much
of my favorite
dedication to
things
that.
still was that chainsaw though in that game. That
Yeah,
was probably
yeah,
one of
that
the
was
coolest things.
Dope as hell.
Speaking of chainsaws, Kyle, you'd like Dead by Daylight. That game's a fun game. It's like
I
you get
did play a
chased by
demo of it.
Yeah.
Like it came out on something. I had a demo of it.
I
It
gotta
was
try
pretty
it. You
dope.
keep talking about it all the time.
It's
That,
fun.
It sounds
He
fun.
mentions it all the time.
It is a
Never
fun
fucking
game.
played.
It's like sometimes it's fucking hard.
Well, it's a
'cause
throwback to Left 4 Dead. I mean, if you guys remember
Yeah.
the Left 4 Dead series,
I
Yeah, you
remember
just
playing
gotta
that,
start
yeah.
generators, get out of
I
there
never played
before
that.
the
I
fucking
remember-
killer
I
gets
remember
in.
What?
the
Oh my
series,
God, the Left 4 Dead series was pretty good, but that kind of like
I
wore
played
out
that
pretty
with
quick.
John when he was around. He
Um,
had fucking Xbox. What was
Yeah,
first?
360.
360. It was
No,
360.
360.
Right?
When
360
one came out, a
before.
lot of
Yeah,
people.
one's after.
I mean, a lot of people didn't jump on the whole Xbox One platform because a lot of people didn't understand the differences between that and 360 at first. But then once you played it, you were like, "Holy shit, dude! They didn't
Yeah,
shit
it
the bed
was-
this time. They
yeah,
figured
yeah.
it out. Like, they got all the kinks worked out, and they
Yeah.
just kind of ran with it."
I'm an Xbox guy, with the exception of
converted.
recently
Call of Duty.
I got the
did that.
PlayStation to link up with them for Call of Duty and stuff. So unfortunately, I haven't touched my Xbox in months.
You mean fortunately?
It's
Fortunately,
No,
you've been converted to
I
the
do
better
like
side.
Xbox more. I'm
Dustier
an
than a
Xbox
Thai
guy.
lady boy.
Well, there
on
are
Chinese
other.
New Year.
See, the problem is, but there's console exclusive titles. That's the issue.
Well, that's
You
like
want
when,
to get a console for
the
certain
thing.
games.
Well, the
That's
thing that kind of
issue.
pissed
Yeah.
me off with Call of Duty was when they went with the mobile, and it was like, all right, cool,
The
mobile.
mobile's actually
The
better.
mobile, the mobile like blew it away. And
Yo,
then all of a
Summer's
sudden
great at it.
Yeah, but the thing that
She
pissed
really
me off
did.
Yeah,
about
she's
that,
awesome at
and
it.
this just goes
They're so
back
good
to
when
the
they're
old
that
school
young.
level of game playing is like when they went over to the PC crossover and they allowed PC to jump in on mobile.
That
it's
got
like, you're
annoying.
A fucking asshole.
Uh,
dude.
Because they
That's
used
stupid.
the.
Wait,
I
PCs on mobile?
That-
too?
Yeah, dude, you can play
that's
play Call of
dumb.
Duty
That's
mobile on
a dumb
PC, and the
setup.
problem is that those are the guys
I
that
didn't know
you
that.
can tell those guys
Those are the
because they got the
hackers.
automatic like sight tech and all. It's like, dude, it's not even fair to play it. I'm using 2 thumbs. You have 12 buttons on a console that you figured out like
yeah,
this.
that's
Yeah,
completely
dude.
fucking
Yeah,
out of
it's
bounds.
You guys want to know how influential I am? So when Summer's playing it,
Especially for that.
I'm just now finding out, like you said, about
For
there
the
being
mobile game,
PC
come on.
players on the mobile game now. Because Summer will be like, "You hacker," da da da, and then she'll be like, "Get a job." Da da da. It's funny because she goes by what
That's
Alpha
what the
said.
fuck you
But I mean,
said.
That's what
Yeah,
you
fucking
say all the
I know.
time.
I'm like, well, she's learning.
Well, as
right, I
long as
guess.
she doesn't start saying some of the stuff
Oh
you
no,
say
well, no,
normally.
she knows what.
I've,
That's what I love about
yeah.
my kids. Well, one of the many reasons why I love them is because they know what's right and what's
I
wrong.
love them because they trash Call of Duty players.
No, I mean like they don't curse. They don't repeat what I say. They're not those parrot kids.
Grown men on there getting trashed by a
She was allowed to
9-year-old
eat
girl.
this week. She trashed this guy.
Oh my god, that's fantastic.
Like I'm
That's
glad they don't
amazing.
repeat anything that I say that's
There's
bad.
a
'Cause I'll look at them and be like,
36-year-old
don't
guy
say
getting
that.
trashed
Well,
by his
hopefully,
daughter.
yeah, hopefully the stuff you normally do.
No.
No, yeah,
I'm
Kev goes fucking crazy.
Yeah, I get
You do.
I get so into it. I
Ridiculous,
focus.
dude.
I'm just like what the
he's
fuck?
like a
No, that's the other
9-year-old
problem.
kid
I am one
who's
of those.
just allowed to curse
When we play
for the first
Warzone-
time.
Yeah,
and
it's
Kev
some
just
cursing.
goes.
Dude,
Sorry.
I am a self-destructive
reported
game
yet.
player with that. Like, dude, I get into it so deep
through
that I'm like,
controllers,
yeah,
you're like,
dude, that's
fuck
what I'm
this.
like. I like start to think about it, and I'm like, I'm gonna break this $700 console because some jerk off is
Yeah.
playing with an automated like aim thing. And it's
Kyle,
like,
get a
you
PS5.
bastard.
Or you walk in a room and someone's
I'm gonna
sitting on
get
top
PS5.
of the table or something.
Yeah,
Right, yeah,
I feel the way with
That shit
Kev.
too.
I'm like, every time he freaks out, I'm like, one of these days we're just gonna
He's
hear.
so calm.
No, we're just gonna hear bang like a fucking controller hit a TV,
Yeah.
then a
Yeah.
PlayStation's
Oh, no,
gonna
I
turn
stopped
off.
throwing-
Kev
I
will
stopped
stop
throwing
throwing
controllers
shit because he
long ago.
cannot afford to replace
Yeah,
it.
no.
Yeah.
Nicole will kill him. That is the
Mhm.
end of
Yeah.
that conversation. I
Oh
can't
yeah,
do it
she
because the
would for
problem is,
sure.
when I got my ex, like when I moved into my house, I hooked up the Xbox 360. I'm like, you know what? Let me get back into this. Let me kind of pick up on some of this stuff, and then I'll think about getting a new one. Anthony was watching me play the Need for Speed on Wanted.
Oh, I love
Okay.
that.
All right,
Yeah,
so
that was
dude,
actually a
I
good
never
one.
that was like
I
the
liked
first,
it.
like that
That's
was like
fun.
the really good open world where you
Yeah.
could like
Last
you
one I
didn't
played was
you
Underground.
didn't have all that stupid modification stuff like the
Mr.
cars.
Toyota
came-
guy, I had
yeah.
a Lexus in that game. It
But
was
that's what I'm saying. Like
fucking quick
Anthony
as
got
shit.
into that, dude, and yo, it literally drove him insane.
Yeah.
Like it drove him
Yeah.
nuts, dude. He would literally be on that thing until like 9:00 at night. I'd be like, Anthony, your friends are on Minecraft and you're over here playing Need for Speed. This game is older than you, bro. You were still a sperm in my sack when this game came out. And
Get
now
off
you're
and get on
And now they
Minecraft.
got
Right.
Need for
Yeah,
Speed.
go get
now
on
they got Need
Minecraft.
for Speed Heat, and there's actually a new one that just came out a few months ago.
you know what? They're like that's like the
They're-
Fast and the Furious franchise. To
Yeah.
me, that is just you can't
It just
fuck
keeps
with the
going.
originals, dude. Like the
No,
Underground
1,
Underground 1 and 2, that even
I played
2.
that, yeah.
I
I played
Two,
personally
you can
Actually.
customize speakers and shit. You
Right, but
have SUV Hummer races and
yeah,
shit.
but that's what I'm saying. I fucking hated that. Like I hated.
I liked how
Yeah.
they expanded the customization, but yeah, I agree. SUV race is retarded. You're going
Well,
like
the thing-
60 miles an hour, like
Well,
in,
not
like
even that. The problem
27
is, again,
seconds.
here's the problem. I'm a mechanic. So now I'm like
Yeah.
sitting here and I'm like, this guy's
You're
got
thinking-
26s and he just took that turn like that. That fucking thing would have been on
Bullshit.
its
Yeah,
side.
exactly.
Like, get out of here.
Well, the thing with that is like you are right. When those Need for Speed games
Special
came
sway
out,
bar.
they kind of did follow with the Fast and Furious
Yeah.
franchise.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
you're actually
you're right.
getting a
Yeah.
whole
Around the same
generation
time.
of people who would like, oh, I'm gonna mod my cars. I'm
Right.
gonna do this. I'm
Yeah.
gonna do it myself.
Well, remember-
right. Well, then
And
you
then
Now
have.
I'm gonna make a game.
You have this whole generation full of people like fucking up their rides.
Well, not even that. If you
Yeah.
remember at the time when that happened, that was when Toyota bought Scion.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
it?
when that came
Yeah.
out,
Scion
Toyota
TC.
bought Scion, and Scion came out the original first generation. I'll never forget it. I was about 16 years old, and we walked into Chamonix Mall. Me and my dad were, obviously smoking the devil's lettuce, and we were going to go watch a movie. And we walked in, and there was this burgundy
XP.
XB with like Motegi 18-inch wheels
Yeah.
on it with some
Yeah.
like Nankang wrapped piece of shit tire. And my dad fell in love with it. My dad loved
Oh,
that
wow.
car.
Wait,
Dude,
was it
the
Wow.
next
maroon?
day, no, my dad went up for the maroon one and they didn't have any on the lot. He ended up getting a forest green one, which I have pictures of me from my like 8th
It's got
grade
one
graduation
backup
in that
light.
car, dude.
It comes factor one reverse light.
Well, no, that's the
one.
new
Oh,
gen.
that's the new
That's
one,
the
that's
new
right.
gens.
Okay,
The
so
old
the
ones,
old-
but the old one, what was cool was Scion had an entire line of developmental things that you could do. I mean, you could buy that car bone stock from Toyota, and with like a $5,000 increase,
Yeah.
that thing had a supercharger, 5-speed, Motegi
Wow.
wheels.
Scion was
drop
built
it to the
with
ground.
It
It was
got
built
hooked
with
up.
the intent and the thought of the young
of
generation.
accessories.
The only part they screwed up on there was that they weren't careful about how the development process went. So when they did it, they really kind of took a Saturn approach and they really cheaped out on the body kit.
yeah.
So the problem is that after 50, 60,000 miles, the bumper was falling off, the headlights were cracked,
God.
the straight up
wow.
windshield was destroyed.
Jeez.
And I mean, it kind of fell flat on its face and it almost sank. I mean, it really did almost sink Toyota for a couple of years there. The Scions really were not selling. Now you see
No.
them out there.
Everywhere.
Like you have the BRZ
Not
where
as
Subaru. I thought it was really
Subaru
cool when
teamed up with them
Subaru
to
and
do that
Toyota
shit,
came back
yeah.
together. A lot of people don't know that Subaru and Toyota were together in the 80s.
Yeah.
So there were quite a few
Wow.
cars that had Subaru motors from Toyota. It was really neat. But
Boxer engines.
that whole generation of kids is guys now that are into cars. Like those are the guys now that had their dads buy those things, and now they're mechanics. And they go, what an unusual design. And had it not fallen flat on its face, a lot more companies would have probably followed. Like Nissan tried to. Nissan had the Cube that fell flat on its face.
Oh, that thing's
really
ugly.
hard on its face.
That back window bothered my OCD so bad.
with the wraparound corner.
Yeah,
Even
what
Honda,
the
you know what?
fuck?
But Honda was
It
the
looked
only
dumb.
company that actually managed to hold that title because they came out with the Element, which was the ugliest fucking car that
that
ever
thing really
existed.
was.
But they did it right. They put a 2.4 in it that you
Yeah, the
couldn't fucking kill.
K24, yep.
And the car just, dude, I still see
It
them on the
fucking
road.
ran,
You got
yep.
04, 05 Hondas
I did,
with,
however, like
fucking million
that if
miles
you
on
had
them.
like a
Still
few
going.
dogs in your family, you can open the doors like this.
Honda.
I
Yeah.
did like that part. Like, because you remember the commercial back then? Remember the
Yeah.
commercial back then? The doors open, like it was like a TV and there was people surfing and then it zoomed out, it panned away.
Yeah.
And then you could see
both
the
side
the
doors
fucking
were
ocean.
suicide doors,
Yeah,
so you can go
yep.
straight through.
Yep.
Yeah,
Well, not
I
just
remember
that, a lot of the new
Yeah, the
guys, you see like the
advertisement.
kids
Yep.
now, they buy them Honda Elements, dude. They turn them into off-roaders. You
Yeah.
can actually put a
Yeah.
camper in them, dude. Like, these guys have beds built into them. You see them.
They still
like,
come to
That's
my
crazy.
job all the time.
Don't
There's like a
give me
clean
any
one.
fucking ideas because
It's cool. And
I would love to
the
build
other
a
thing I
camper.
thought was really cool was that the Honda Element, just like the Scions, the shifter, they took it away from the floor and they brought it up to a comfortable level.
yeah.
Yeah,
It
it's
was
up
kind
higher,
of
yeah.
up
Oh, like
higher,
here.
right?
Okay.
So you didn't
Kind of
have
like
to,
the EP3 SI,
Right.
the
That's
hatchback.
kinda cool.
and you didn't have to have like you didn't have to put a short throw shifter in it because the column was long enough that you didn't have any issues.
Yeah.
Your gears caught just right, and it
Yep.
wasn't a power thing. It wasn't a speed thing. It was a comfort. You
Yeah.
could ride that thing in the city and barely let go of the clutch, and it would do its job.
Yeah,
You
I've
never-
only driven like maybe 2 that were stick. They were rare. They're rare to find.
But
really
they are, man. They are awesome. Until you slam them on the ground, I never understand that. For anybody here that's watching this, if you have a slammed car, I just want you to know you're in the wrong city for that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
for
It's-
sure.
not
We
here.
live on the
You
moon.
should not do
There's
this.
just
shit.
craters everywhere.
Yeah, you had to
Fuck
be
that,
dipping.
dude.
I'm usually pretty.
Flying.
I'm usually pretty lenient
Hitting
about
everything.
modifications on cars because again, I'm a car guy. I love seeing people's ideas in cars. But I mean, when I see these guys come in with these EK hatches that are sitting on like cut coilovers, they got 18-inch tires.
Remember,
stuffed
we had
on
a,
the
we had a,
fence.
we had a
Ridiculous.
GTR come in that was wrapped gold. Remember that? The
Yeah,
Chinese
that
guy?
was the Godzilla. That was
Yeah.
the gold Godzilla.
Yep.
That was a wrap company that came over from New Jersey.
You
They
would've
brought
liked
it over.
it,
They
though.
hit a pothole, and it was
sounded
going
amazing.
to a car
Of course,
show.
they hit a pothole.
Well,
sounded
of course,
great,
yeah.
though.
It was like
One
it's
of
like
many.
Philadelphia. You either get shot or hit a pothole. It's
Yeah.
one or the other. You have to choose. It's like Pikachu pothole. I choose you. No, but they caught a pothole and they had these beautiful Vercelli 3-piece wheels on there, and they bent the dog shit out of this wheel.
Yeah, it was like round and then.
Yeah,
And
and
then-
I
it was just-
remember the
oh,
guy.
fuck.
The guy
You're
was
not
like,
coming
we
back
were
from that.
talking to the
It's
guy,
like
and the thing,
folded.
we were talking to the guy, and the guy had spent like something like close to like $40,000 on modifications on this thing.
I believe it.
And the car is about what, like 80K?
That no,
Roughly?
that one was
Or
actually that was a
70?
that was
You
a
can-
base model. That was
yeah,
only
you can get them.
45.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
not too bad.
But
actually.
You
what
can get
he
them
had-
relatively.
Well, he had all the pop-in gauges.
Before the car price increase.
Right.
of
Well,
course.
he had the pop-in gauges. He had the real cool stuff. He didn't have anything major tune-wise done, but you know what? It was a really well done build. But the
Right,
problem
right.
is that they made a wrong turn. They ended up in a horrible area of the city, which there's pretty much nowhere around here that's
a
good.
lot of them.
But
It's a
anywhere from
beautiful-
like Bridge
beautiful
Street
city.
down is just pothole city, man.
Oh, yeah.
And they got
Yeah.
off, and there was nothing they could do, man. And it's a terrible situation.
That was that Bridge Street exit.
Yeah, the
Fucking
Bridge Street
off-road.
exit that had
That's really
Godzilla's
bad.
footprint in it for like almost a year straight. I don't know what's worse, the water main blowouts or the fact that your house might blow the fuck up.
like
I'm
Jurassic
really not
Park.
sure about that.
Yeah.
And,
I mean-
and then when it rains, it's worse. The potholes fill up with water. You don't see it, and you're like, oh fuck, there
Your
we go.
Honda,
Yep.
Honda
It's
needs
like
to
there's
have
that
an
pothole that I
inflatable-
hit.
And then you get the
15
and then you get
times
the
every
ass
time.
cheek pucker, and you're like, oh fuck, what's in my ass? And it's actually your cheeks. Your cheeks are in your ass.
Yeah,
at
your
that point.
shift linkage is stuck in your ass cheek. You're like, oh, there goes third gear.
Yeah, like not again.
God damn it.
I'm like that in my car. I put it in sport mode. It stiffens suspension. It dampens it. Dude, I will not lower my car because of how it feels. It feels lowered. And just the way it drives, it's fucking great. But then once I see a pothole, I'm like, oops, sport mode off real quick because if I know the road. Because I kind of take the same road every
We
day.
all know every time you hit a pothole, you hear, oh.
Oh, yeah.
No, it's more so like,
Yeah.
like I just get mad now. I'm just like,
That's
"Motherfucker."
expensive.
But I have tire warning, thank God. So I'm
You
good
have,
for
a,
that.
you have a tire warranty, but when it takes out your entire left knuckle, I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, that's true.
It's
That's
like you just
that's
listen
like
for
That
the
is
air.
definitely not the
the
one
knuckle
knuckle
for
rule.
them
there,
is
yeah.
about like 1,500
That does not count
Yeah.
the one knuckle rule. You understand that, right? Like, there is no
It was like that
recovery
time
of
over your house. Remember when I backed into your sewer?
Oh no, yeah. When he had, you remember when Frank had the
my
05 Red
God,
Civic?
Yes,
coupe?
dude, the coupe.
Yeah.
And I backed up across the street. I remember.
Right
Yeah, and it was
into
the
it,
sewer.
dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like fuck. It changes.
I think, dude, I think, Ryan, I don't know if
Thankfully
you
you
hit
had a
that, but I
spare.
know I hit it, Frank hit it, Kevin hit it, and I
You hit it
think-
with the Tundra.
I
and
hit
a
it with
couple times
I hit
used
it with the Tundra, dude, and I swear to God, I thought I shot somebody, and I didn't even have a gun on me, dude. It was
That's all you
instant,
heard was.
dude.
Wait, but you didn't blow out the tire though, right?
No,
the Tundra
I-
tires lasted.
No,
I forget what
I
they were. but-
survived
guys.
it. Well, they were Nitto grabbers, but it wasn't
Oh,
that.
yeah.
When I hit it, I shifted it. So you heard the concrete pop, and I was like, "Oh my god, we're gonna find a heroin addict knotted out in this fucking hole."
for
one
real.
day."
Yeah, I know, right?
I'm like, what?
Very easy to happen around this.
Hey, we're
fucking part.
sleeping around here.
What
Guys.
sewer grate?
Guys, it's been a great time though tonight
It has been.
because we got to sign off. 'cause-
Yeah, we do. But we will follow along for fucking part 2 of this.
Yes.
Kev,
Deuces.
say something sexy.
That's not really saying something. But
Part 2
We're
coming up,
Quadacity.
guys.
look me in the eyes.
Like, share, subscribe.
See you guys.